always occurs on inauguration always occurs on January 20th, even if it's a holiday. I didn't realize
Yeah,
that.
plus today's Blue Monday.
Yeah.
Worst day of the year.
Really?
Well, it's always this time.
No,
yeah.
most depressing day of the year. Isn't that how it's described?
Yeah, I guess so.
Because we're 20 days. Christmas is gone. New Year's is gone, and I would think it's sometime in February would be the most depressing.
You
day
get your
of the
Blue
year.
Monday in January.
Yeah,
You know what else is blue about it? When it's 58,000 degrees below zero.
But you got a college title game tonight.
Yes,
True.
you do. And
Are you a Notre Dame fan?
Yes, I am.
Did you see the commercial on TV for the Under Armour clothing line, apparently is the client, where Shane Gillis is in church, clearly a Catholic church, lighting votive candles and praying for Notre Dame?
Okay.
It's unbelievably innocent and nice. I don't get it, how something like that. I'm so thrilled.
People mad at it?
No, I don't think it's just you got to play it.
Okay.
You got to play it.
Was it kind of fun?
Yes, and charming. And
Yes.
it's
Well,
not.
you're making. It sounds like they're kind of making fun of the religious angle, right? In some
Well,
degree.
if they're making fun of anything, I suppose it would be that Notre Dame fans would be praying for a victory.
Oh yes, they are. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Yeah, we are.
But
praying for
holy
victory.
mackerel! Usually,
Hey, God. It's me, Shane. I haven't been here in a while, but I have a pretty big
See,
prayer
that's
for you.
funny.
Notre Dame's in the national championship on Monday. I know you know, because you've been with us the whole time. A couple weeks ago, that field goal. I know you had a lot going on, so that was pretty chill. You took time to help us with that. I should also say I have not bet on any of these games.
I hath not.
All right, I half bet, but going forward, if Notre Dame wins, thou will not bet on games for a month, a couple weeks. We'll probably bet on Sunday. Come on, God, I know you can help us. Trucking dude, pick sixes everywhere. Maybe a couple fumblerooskies. Just please let Notre Dame win a national championship.
Hey, what are you praying for?
Pray for Notre Dame. What are you praying for?
Say Notre Dame.
All right, cool. Shh. What?
Did you go to Notre Dame?
Yeah, I went to Notre Dame.
Oh,
I'm sorry, that was a lie, God. No, I didn't go to Notre Dame. Did you?
no, my uncle did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
All right, shh.
It would be nice.
Shh. Go Irish.
Go Irish.
It would be nice if.
How could that be? It
would
was
be
so
if
nice.
It would be nice if all America could laugh at that. I'm not sure that that is the case, but
Well,
it's pretty good.
Yeah,
It's pretty. I hope I see the ad. I got to find the ad, but it's pretty good for current standards.
Well, that's
if
what
they
I'm
would have
saying.
that kind of,
Given the desperate condition this country's in,
yes, somehow
that
it's,
was wonderful.
yes.
Do you
it
place
is.
that on the wholesome level as like Kid Rock performing on stage?
No.
Okay,
don't.
it's different.
Kid's got to be a little older now.
He's probably early
50s,
'50s, mid '50s.
okay.
Yeah.
Are you a fan of the Notre Dame coach?
I think he's a nice fella. I think he's very sick of being asked how it feels to be the first black coach in the playoff, the first time that two black coaches have met in the semifinals. The first time, I think he's a little sick.
Well,
of the,
he should be. The
black
media
coach.
keeps that crap
Yeah,
up.
it's not him, and he blows it off every time. But the poor blonde, who's
From ESPN or whatever, right.
has been told by the producer she has to ask the
question.
Marcus Freeman married an Italian girl from Cleveland in 2010. They have 6 kids. He converted to Catholicism in 2022. He reinstated pregame team mass. His father is retired Air Force and his mom's South Korean. They met when the old man was stationed in Seoul.
Wow.
And you know, Chip Scoggins had a very good Sunday column on this. He and James Laurinaitis were at Ohio. James, the kid from Wayzata, a great linebacker, leading tackler in the history of the Rams and all that stuff. Great kid, great guy. The son of one of the what are the name of the two guys? Were the
God,
wrestling,
what was the name of those
the
guys?
wrestling legends? He and Marcus Freeman were roomies and the best of friends
I'll be
at
damned.
Ohio State. Marcus was a year ahead of him. As a linebacker, Laurinaitis came in, and basically, I think Freeman got hurt, and Laurinaitis played for the rest of
So
his
Marcus
career.
is going for the college title against his old school.
The Road Warriors.
The Road Warriors. And then Laurinaitis was Marcus got Laurinaitis into coaching at Notre Dame as the linebackers coach, but Laurinaitis' goal was always to get back on the Ohio State staff, and so he's now at Ohio State. He's the linebackers coach for Ohio State.
And he's the son of one of the Road Warriors?
One of the Road Warriors who's
Lived in Wayzata?
lived in Wayzata.
Is it mom from here originally? Is that right?
Well, he's from here. The old man's from here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
The Road
Okay.
Warriors, yeah.
Because it says he was born in Philadelphia.
But I've always told the story that, he committed to the Gophers, right? Laurinaitis, Mace thought he was getting him, and then Ohio State came in, and this was before NIL money,
Right.
but it was Ohio State, and I was 6 o'clock in the morning after the Gophers played there. I was walking down the corridor down to the gate at Ohio State with the Laurinaitis. And we were BSing, and the old man, great. And every 5 steps, we love your son, we love your son.
Well, which Road Warrior was it?
John.
John.
This is John Laurinaitis is the
And we love your son, and then you're saying, you kind of getting the idea why he went to Ohio
Maybe made the
State,
switch,
'cause,
yeah.
I mean, it was like everybody knew the kid and
Yeah.
knew the whole thing, and
Can Notre Dame win this game?
I doubt it very much. Notre Dame, if they weren't all banged up on their defensive line, might be able to beat it. But that was
Neither
one of their
team is
strengths.
full of portal guys, are they? They're pretty much homegrown.
Yeah,
No, well, the quarterback is a Kansas State kid.
for,
I thought they were not portal guys.
the Notre Dame quarterback is Riley Leonard. He's Wake Forest, and the other
But
guy.
recently from Wake Forest?
Yeah, this is his 5th college year and his first one at Notre
I'll be
Dame.
damned.
And Will Howard is
Will
he's
Howard
at Kansas
is-
State for
yeah,
3 years.
Yeah, so he's the quarterback.
Oh, never mind. Then. I guess.
Well, the quarterbacks. That's like national free agency.
Right,
This-
every year.
If you're not starting at one of the prestigious college, you're in the portal. And even if you might have a year of eligibility left at one of the prestigious colleges, you still go into the portal to get a raise, basically, to get more money.
Well, how
So-
about the story of who's the kid, the Texas kid, Quinn Ewers was offered or was demanding $6 million from Ohio State for next year,
Yeah.
or he just said, "Bleep it, I'm going to the
Yeah,
NFL."
he's going to the NFL. And he's the kid that started at Ohio State, Quint, the Texas quarterback, stayed for a semester and realized that C.J. Stroud was going to come back and he couldn't beat him out. So he went to Texas, and then they ended up playing each other. And he was playing against his roommate, the kid who knocked, I told you this last week, the kid who knocked the ball out of his hands, Weavers, and ran it all the way back, was his roommate for his one semester at the university, which is one of those coinky-dinks, and that's what makes sports great.
Yep.
That's one of those.
But they got to
coincidences.
do something about the transfer portal.
can they do?
I know, but they've got to do
But
something.
now they
Pat.
got the thing with Wisconsin, where they got a guy with a signed contract who just has decided to go to Miami, and Wisconsin is trying. They don't. It's not. He's not like a great player, but as a matter of precedent, they're trying to impose this contract on him and find out if they're legal or not. That when these guys are signing these NIL deals, is that with an agent in the room? Is that a legal document? And I don't know why it's not. So how you can break your contract. But anyway, I'll be watching and rooting for the Irish.
Me too.
What the heck? And,
What are we? Let's switch to the NFL for a moment.
man,
What are we
you
going to
were-
do about
you-
the refs
I don't. You,
with Kansas
I first
City?
wanted to say you were in heaven yesterday.
That was 2 wonderful games.
Oh my God! I saw the
horrible
forecast.
weather.
I texted it to Joe and I said,
Pete-
"Your day
Patrick
has
was texting
arrived."
me.
I bet at halftime you were a little disappointed because the snow was
Yeah,
just
kinda
kind of
stopped a little,
flurrying.
yeah.
And, they took their break for the 4-minute commercial break. When they came back, the field was
field was
covered
white,
in snow.
right?
It was
That
unbelievable.
was wonderful.
But the refs have got. I was reading about this as they're trying to make excuses for those 2 roughing the passer calls
It's terrible.
on Mahomes, and they always break out this 70-year-old guy who's a excuse maker for the officials to go on the Monday morning NFL show to read, and apparently we now have a system where every call for this is the instruction to the officials are, if you have doubt, then you should not call the penalty. If you have doubt. If you have except for roughing the passer, if you have doubt, you should call the penalty.
No.
And then, even worse is, if there's any form of head contact, it cannot be reviewed. So if I hit a guy in the chest and my helmet happens to accidentally go up and tick the other guy's helmet, it cannot be reviewed. And the other one, which was more grievous, I thought, when Mahomes basically lays down, he didn't slide. He laid down, and those 2 guys hit their own
each other.
helmet.
Hit
They
each
hit each
other.
other, and it's
Yeah.
and they're making excuses for this old guy that makes the excuses for him said there was contact with Mahomes' helmet. Well,
BS.
maybe when the 2 guys bounced off each other's helmets. But,
How about when Mahomes dances along the sideline, almost always hoping they take a shot at him?
he's now made that part of his
Yes,
routine when
yes.
he goes like this.
Yeah.
When he goes like this. And he did that last year, and he got the call, right?
Yes.
In the one game.
But I'm trying to find a clean version that's not somebody recording their television of Aikman. Aikman ripped the hell out of
Yes,
the
he
refs,
did.
and that was
Aikman
rightfully
did a
so.
good job.
Did you see Goff get a hit
Oh,
on
my God.
Saturday night?
Now that
No call was.
But that was on an interception. But you still can't hit him in the head.
No, you hit.
Oh, that's a good point, Pat. You're right. It
But
was. Yeah.
it wasn't on a pass. That was.
And then Teddy
But they
comes
still
in,
hit him on the head.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they hit him here. Yeah.
and then Teddy came in and threw a touchdown pass,
Yeah.
fresh off the high school football field.
Yeah.
Is that your phone? Because I'm going to take it and put it in another room.
Yes, but I'm going to put it down there
Yeah.
because I turned it on vibrate.
Well, turn it off completely.
I suppose I could do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm busy doing a show.
Yes, yes.
You know who
Anyway.
I feel bad for?
Just got ejected from game
You believe it.
124 or 5 in a row
Yep.
for standing and cheering at the end of the third quarter while we're on defense.
Man, Detroit Dan has got to just be drowning in his
There were
tears.
some weeping blondes in that
Oh,
crowd,
man.
That was a sad looking.
Oh, Campbell was weeping.
Yes,
the game,
and
yeah.
I don't agree with
I
that.
don't agree either. There's no crying in football.
Well,
He's
especially
very
when you're trying to
emotional.
create this entire tough
Tough
guy
guy,
mantra deal. Like, come on,
And then
man.
it's on me. It's on me. Well, what's on you?
Yeah.
What's on you? You know.
Well, I think you know what it is, Pat. I think it was he realizes I'm losing my offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm losing my defensive coordinator,
No,
and that might have been our
defensive
window.
coordinator is not going to get a head coach.
He's the leader for the Jets job, I
That
heard.
ain't happening.
Okay.
After
We got a
that
chance.
Performance.
Well, that's true.
Yeah,
We got a chance for 2 weather games Sunday.
Yeah.
yeah, you do.
Isn't L.A. at Washington?
Oh yeah.
No.
No, it's at LA.
It's
Oh,
in
that
Philly.
way-
No, it's in Philly. Philly won.
I'm Philly.
LA,
What am I
Philly.
saying? What am
What
I
if
saying?
Yeah.
LA didn't win.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was thinking
Philly and
we
KC.
could-
Washington at Philly. You got weather there.
And then
And you got Buffalo at Kansas
That's
City.
a short trip, too. That's a short trip.
That's a
Washington
bus
to
ride.
Philadelphia, yeah.
I was alerted I asked for an update post Bills victory, playoff victory over the Ravens, and saying, what's the atmosphere like? And my friend didn't respond until 2:15 this morning
Okay.
and said, some of us are still at it.
That was, I think that might have been a game between the two best teams in the National Football
I agree with
League.
you.
How about the guy who drops the tie and catch?
Ooh, how about the fact that he's the same guy that fumbled when they were going to get ready to go down
How can
the
he go
field?
back to Baltimore?
I don't know. He got the ball punched out
Yes.
the first time, and then but that one is
Oh, God.
Leland Reavers catches that one.
Right,
no
exactly.
problem.
Well, here's
You
what's
know?
funny, too, about that entire setup. Could you imagine if that game and that situation had taken place a year from now? That would have been the last game at that stadium. Those people would have shredded that thing down to nothing. That stadium, there would have been nothing left of that park.
That new one's ready next year?
No, well, next year is their last year at the
okay.
old stadium. Yeah.
Lamar ends up taking the fall for this, though. I mean, he did have two interceptions, the first one, but he played fine.
He played great,
But
yeah.
the guy, what are you going to do?
But Josh Allen is impossible not to root for.
I'm rooting for him Sunday.
For sure.
The caliber of play over the weekend was just a bit different than the Vikes. Just a bit different.
Yeah.
You know what? I finally was moved to tweet this. These are not normal human
They're not.
beings.
They're not normal.
They're out there. It's 15 degrees. It's snowing like hell. You're kicking the crap out of each other. The quarterback has his two legs separated,
Oof.
and he's back out there trying to play. The rest of them are back out there trying to. These are not, and it's not. Everybody says, well, they're making millions of dollars. Well, when you're a defensive back and you've missed most of the season with a concussion, and you come in and it looks like you might have done it again, and you're fighting to get back on the field, it's not because you're making a lot of money. It's because there's something that drives you to want to be more,
out there, yeah.
be these guys. And by the way, except for the quarterbacks, a lot of them don't make that much money.
No.
Well,
Well, most of them, the beauty behind the league is that most of them that aren't first round picks aren't making that much money.
no, not compared to other people.
Here's what I'd do.
Okay.
You got a kid somewhere in Kenya right now or Nairobi or something, and he plays soccer. He's got to go full Bryson DeChambeau, involve physics,
Yes,
and learn how to kick a ball 10 yards that automatically spins back to you. The kid will be, they'll use him 5 times a year, and he'll make $50 million.
Maybe not. But
There's got to be a way to kick a ball 10 yards.
you said that last week.
Yep, and then
We've all suffered.
boom, comes right back to you.
We've all. What would that be? Geometry or physics? What are
It'd be
we
both.
dealing
Be
with?
both.
Yeah.
You'd have to get all the math, and you have to figure, okay, it revolves 72.5 times in the 10 yards I'm kicking it. Now, if I can get it to revolve 71.2 times, it will kick back to me.
There's nothing stupider. Because the number one stupid thing about the new kickoff rules is you got to tell them if you're going to onside kick or
It's
not.
just so
the
dumb.
fun of the onside kick is not telling them, okay?
Yeah.
God, it's
It
terrible.
doesn't work enough to make the onside kick a thing.
4%.
Well, see,
This guy from Nairobi or Kenya,
Yes,
he's now
right.
10.
This was discussed in our home the proper way, and I said if I was the coach, I'd tell the kicker, you drill it as hard as you can off that guy's chest and have it bounce right back.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 10 yards away. It's I don't know. It's they're out there. We're worried about concussions. We got to have this comical kickoff routine. Meanwhile, we're dragging people off the field by their legs, like we're coming out like they're.
I got him.
You got guys. You got carts coming out there. You got everything. You got a guy who was dead playing for Buffalo.
Yep.
You know,
He literally
He's out-
was dead.
He's dead, and he's back out there. You think he's playing for the money? No,
Comeback
he's
player of the year.
It doesn't go over well in under my roof when I say that Taylor's going to be feeding him with a straw here in
Oh,
about
God,
6 years.
She isn't gonna marry that lout.
Well, I don't know.
She ain't gonna marry that dummy.
Yeah.
I do love that NFL playoffs has become a family thing at the Soucheray home. It's nice to know.
I tried to get Mrs. Ricey to watch last week when the Vikes were playing.
She wasn't
She
interested.
wasn't interested at all.
Was it Housewives Night or what was on the other TV?
Something I don't know.
Now, can I ask
You know what she's big on? I found out last night.
Shopping channel.
No, Homestead something. These people are like building houses in the wilderness.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Been on for
Jess
12
watches that one, too.
Been on for 12 years. She's never missed an episode.
But she would never live out there.
Well, hell no. The one yesterday was Hawaii.
Yeah.
I watched a half hour of it because about 10:30 last night, and this woman's trying to build a place on a big island to raise her family. The old man left her with 4 kids. He's out of there. These 3 people show up, but they got a serious pig problem.
Yeah.
They got the big island's full of these wild pigs.
Yeah,
There's
feral.
40 feral pigs. There's 400,000 on the islands of Hawaii.
Really?
400,000 pigs.
That's a pig problem.
And they are ugly. They ain't the little porkers that squeal around. They
Yeah.
got the hair on them and
Yeah.
all those things.
I don't like that.
So we're building walls to keep the pigs out. And then we build a place where the kids can climb up and shoot the pigs.
Yeah.
And
Apparently money's not a problem for this woman.
well, it is because they kind of doing it for free as part of the show, pretty much. So they're helping her out. But yeah, that's what she's watching.
You won't watch American Primeval, will you?
No,
Hygiene problem.
Too dirty.
Yeah, it's too dirty.
Too dirty. I don't. It's okay if we're walking through. When they pull into town,
Yeah, it's always muddy.
let's have it dry. Let's have it a dusty dry. If it's dusty and dry, I'm fine.
I
but if
noticed
it's-
the same thing.
if it's
Why is it
mud
muddy?
up to your knees? I ain't watching.
Right.
I don't like mud.
Oh, damn it. Now I got to add mud to the list.
Mud.
Well,
I don't like mud.
I don't. Well, just not when
I
it's
thought the same
whole
thing.
street.
What? It hasn't even been raining.
Yeah,
Why is
doesn't
it
have
muddy?
to be mud. Let's get a little dust.
Yeah.
Mud, and
that's-
I think I'm almost positive bad hygiene's already on the list, but
God,
I'll have to assess that when I return
I
home.
hate.
They never change clothes.
No. It's,
The clothes get wet and muddy.
I'll probably give it a try, but I'll have to fast forward when they're walking through the mud.
I have a question about your when you watch NFL games now as a family.
They're not watching as a family. There's a couple of
She just-
TVs.
I was gonna
She
say, do you
only
watch it
watches-
like?
She only watches the Chiefs, right?
That's it. Only game.
So do you guys watch it like Kenny and his wife watch movies in separate rooms?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Or Orville and his wife
Yeah.
would watch, sit in the same
Next to each other.
sit next to each other, watching different
Separate shows.
television.
Different shows.
Yes. And sometimes a battle of loudness, apparently.
Well, my mom bought, because my dad is deaf, basically. So she bought him the headphones.
Okay.
And that's how he will watch something, because he always has the volume cranked no matter
Okay.
what, so that she can actually watch the TV volume.
Well, the greatest invention is this closed caption.
Oh, God, yes.
I put it
I
on
like
for even
everything.
American shows.
Yes.
Really?
But I need it for slow horses. And I've needed it in American Primeval because they slur their words.
Yeah, I keep it on, too. But we got the loudness problem in our house, too. So, because even though we have very expensive hearing aids to help the missus, we don't wear them around the house. We
okay,
only wear them when we're
Just wear
going
'em in
out.
It's like a
So-
special occasion
So,
deal.
yeah. And I'll be downstairs 2 levels down and have to go upstairs and say, turn it down, please.
Please.
I've had to do the same thing.
Yeah. But here's the deal. My advice to the youth of America,
All right.
and you're in Minnesota, and you're going to buy a spot that was built in the 60s. And it's not that big, but for some reason, these idiots built it at 4 levels, A small room up, couple of rooms upstairs, down again, and then down to the dungeon. 4 levels.
Mm-hmm.
It's really hard to keep the temperature this, because if you got her going 75 upstairs, 2 floors below it's 65.
Right.
So
So
be
what-
careful about that when you're buying your house.
What are you suggesting? Maybe 2 floors max?
Yes, I'm suggesting that you be smarter than Uncle Pat was in 1988.
I did forget to mention we do need a pause during this
We'll get a
edition of
pause
Monday Night
eventually.
Sports Talk.
We'll get a pause eventually.
That's fine with me.
All right.
The Wild are playing as we speak.
Oh, that's right.
That's right. ML. What the NHL?
The Timberwolves are
celebrating-
playing.
How many? I got to ask you a question. We used to have Dirk Graham playing here, black guy playing for the North Stars.
Yeah.
I don't see many black kids playing anymore. It looked like we were having a little influx of black guys in the NHL.
Who's the
but
guy we
don't.
traded to Buffalo? Greenway? Isn't he African American?
I don't know.
Jordan Greenway?
Maybe sort of.
I thought he was.
half season. I don't know.
Maybe
But,
the Timberwolves are over already. No, that was 1. They started at 1. They're probably still playing.
I will get you a score.
The Wilds are
started
at
at 2.
Colorado at 2 o'clock.
Dude, boy, that's a good thing for the. You might even have the scores in your St.
Might get the scores in the
version of the Star Tribune. You ain't getting many scores lately. The other night when they started at 8-4.
The Wolves are up 39-30 over the Memphis
that's
Grizzlies
gotta
with
How are
5
our
minutes
Wild
to go
doing?
in the second quarter.
But how about the fact that I wonder if any of our Wolves appreciate they're playing in Memphis on MLK Day.
Oh, good point.
That's a rather historic place to be playing.
Is that the
MLK
home of the Lorraine Motel?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Still kept there as a historical site. Should I do a pause?
Yes, please. That'd be great. And hear from the Valley Group of GM dealers.
I was out watching the granddaughter's hockey game the other day.
All right.
And she now has a couple of friends who are old enough to drive when they go to the game, 16 years old. SUVs.
I don't
She
like
got
that.
the SUV. I like that.
No, I don't like that they're driving at 60.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I like the
All
SUV.
right.
I'm 3 years away.
Right
Yeah.
now, 60. When they hit 16, these kids, it's time for the SUV, and there's no better place than Buick. They have 4 different varieties. You don't want the big honker for the kids. You want either the Envision or the Encore, the 2 smaller ones. But the price, the stock, first of all, at Jim Paul and Brett Paul's Valley Group of GM dealers is immense. 100 and some vehicles out there, most of them SUVs. And here's the deal. Low interest rates, good factory rebates. They're ready to move them because you got to make room for the new ones here. It's that time of year. So Jim Paul and Brett Paul, Valley Group of GM dealers. Hastings, Apple Valley. Get that 16-year-old an SUV so she can go play hockey. Come on, let's go here.
Perfect. I have a question for Patrick
Yes.
when we return, if that's okay. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. 2 quick things, Joe. Your Wilds are up 1-0 over the Colorados.
All right. That would be an upset.
That would be an upset. Pat, I have a question for you.
Yes.
What in the hell with Major League Baseball? I'm done. I'm not. They're not getting a dime from me next year.
And
Screw the entire system.
Apparently, they tried to defer some of this kid's $72 million.
This is
too,
ridiculous
so they
what the
can pay.
Dodgers are doing.
Where is the commissioner? Why doesn't he say you cannot you pay the full freight for the luxury tax on this? We're not letting you defer this. And if they want to fight with the commissioner, make the Dodgers take him to court. You think the Dodgers want to take the commissioner to court?
That's a good
I
point.
don't think so. Let him issue an edict. And by the way, there is no chance in hell that there will be a 2026 baseball season without some form of a salary cap. They can get out of it after this season, the owners. And the other 25 teams or 23 teams that aren't the big spenders aren't going to put up with this anymore.
It's ridiculous.
It is. It's $72 million for a pretty good relief pitcher that some other teams wanted.
Who, oh, by the way, has had 2 decent seasons. The last
I told
2.
you the bar is being lowered for greatness.
Oh, God. Oh,
You're right.
Every sport, but yes. But it is. They wanted a left-handed reliever. Some other teams were going to get him. They already took the. I also told you that the third Japanese guy was going to end up with the Dodgers for sure, and they're already trying to figure out ways to pay him more money. But they got to do something.
Can I tell you what else I would have done with Ohtani when I signed him? I'd say this contract is contingent on you learning to speak English. No, I'm not being racist.
I think he can. He just doesn't.
I'm saying you're a representative of this club. We're one of the major clubs in baseball.
You are the face of the
league. You are
league.
the face of the league. You need to speak English.
And I'm sure he can. He just doesn't want to.
Well, that's BS. Let's hear from you, son.
Mm-hmm. Well, who was it here? Jose Barrios could speak it perfectly, and he didn't.
We had that Japanese guy.
The interpreter.
They sent us the wrong one. You
Wrong
said.
guy.
Yeah.
Nishi was. I can't
Nishi
remember. Did we
something.
used a
Yeah, he had an interpreter.
Oh yeah, he had a guy that was his guy. He had a guy.
That was a mistake.
He also was married to a famous
Pop star?
Japanese pop star,
Yeah,
and the second year he was here, she dropped him.
Huh.
She wasn't around anymore, and there were young assistants hanging around with him out in the backfield there. So,
Isn't that the great line from TK?
what?
That kid can't play.
Yeah, well, that was the greatest. He picks up Darky at the airport. They aren't out of the grounds yet, and he says, Dark says, "How's the Japanese kid?" And he said, "He can't play." Haven't even played an exhibition yet.
Took TK 2 seconds to come to that conclusion, and he was right.
Billy got convinced that they needed an infielder, which they did, but he thought we were going to do Japanese business over there or something. I don't know what it was.
I'm surprised Gardy did. There was one game where I told you this. I was surprised Gardy just didn't go out and bring him in.
Come on in, kid.
Just say, we're going to play with 8 people.
I think the
We're going
first
with
game
8.
he played was in Milwaukee, wasn't it? In Milwaukee, and
Might
they
have
hit
been.
a hard one to him, and they kind of turned his
Gotta
head
get
and
out of
said,
the way.
"Oh," went through him, and I said, "What's going on here?" I guess I was in spring training that year.
Did you pay any attention to golf?
Nope. I watched maybe 7 or 8 minutes. Straka's, he's an Austrian, right? He's from Austria?
But the lead was too big. I didn't get
Yeah,
interested.
plus who are these?
It turned out it was
Why are they 900 below?
only a 2-shot win, but it was.
Why are they so far under par on that golf course?
I don't know. It's not that easy. No. There was some rookie that got a 13 on one of the holes.
Now this is the Palm Springs tournament. This
This
is the
is
old Bob Hope.
the American Express. We played the final round in La Quinta.
So that's the old Bob Hope.
It's got to be what the
It's
Bob
old
Hope has
Hope,
become.
Yeah.
Am I?
Why don't we? What's wrong with Bob?
Yeah.
You know, in his memory. Why don't we still name it the Bob Hope?
That's right.
You
Am I
know?
still within my time limit?
For what?
Can't see it. And it's going to fall for a double. Nishi just looking up. He had his glove up by his eyes. And then at the last minute just put his palms out. And the ball landed in front of him.
Okay.
So you
Then
could
Gardy
tell
went
that
out and put his
Gladdy
arm
was-
around him.
You could tell that Gladdy already was
Oh God,
just
yes.
down on him. Yeah.
Oh, hey, we should ask Pat. Tell me this was Smalley's decision.
Oh yeah, I'm sure it is.
Okay.
You know, I loved him. I thought he was really good on TV for a while, but by the last couple of years he'd lost interest. Don't you?
Oh,
think?
okay. Well, I don't. Because I loved when he did the games.
Still.
Yeah.
Okay, he was okay, but he wasn't like he used to be really inside.
Okay, so he just was okay.
And he did fewer, and he's 70-something, and he's got the other job in the financial business, and Now I think he's got grandkids now.
So unlike you two,
He retired.
Well, from that,
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
We could retire from this show.
Sure, I mean, but yeah, who wants to do that?
Right.
Come on.
Anyway, Sepp
I
Straka.
got a problem here. I know it's inauguration day and we're waiting for all this stuff, but how about a little pub for Martin Luther King Day?
Oh, that's a good
Why don't
point.
we
I'm
not
sure they've had some.
do any ceremony.
Well, they had a.
Is this where the hockey team plays?
Yes, that's Capital One Arena. there
And
in
the
upper
basketball
corner.
team?
Yes.
Why is he so late? He's eating too much lunch. What the hell? He's fattening up.
They did have, Pat, they did have a pastor. I thought Johnny said this on GL, but apparently he did recite the King's speech. I hope I have that information correctly to answer your.
At the
inauguration.
Well,
Yep.
that's good. That's good. By the way, I'm going to say it here
Oh, boy.
to our whole audience.
Here
You
we go.
know why he went indoors, don't you?
It's too cold.
B as in B.
What do you think? Not enough people?
He was afraid there'd be 10,000 people there, and then the TV had spent all day showing you that there were 100,000 when Obama did it, and they were all the way back to Lincoln.
Well, I also think that he and his team were probably worried about safety concerns.
How about Obama showing up without the wife?
Yes.
And just like she didn't also go to the Carter funeral.
No.
What's the deal, Pat?
Well,
What's
they
the
said
inside?
She was not feeling well, but I don't know what for the Carter thing. They didn't make an excuse for this. So I don't know if we're having difficulties or not.
Well, I had suggested earlier that it might be the game of flaws in the Obama household.
Oh, it could be. Yeah, could be. But then again, he was sending out the. Did she just have a birthday? Was he sending
I don't
out
know.
the big greetings about the love of his life and stuff?
Something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, I was kind of happy when they were at Carter's funeral that Barack and he made a couple of jokes to each other.
Barack and who?
Trump.
Yeah, they were yucking
Oh,
it
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Barack said, I think Barack's smart enough to. I was surprised he joined in the boycott of the presidential luncheon.
You know who did not, though, is Kamala gave them both the look. Like, what are you talking to my guy for? When that
really?
at the Jimmy Carter funeral.
I don't think Kamala and Joe had got along too good.
No, I think it might have been a rocky last
I
couple
think,
of.
Joe said, everybody talked me out of running, and then this happens. You know, he would have gotten beat too, but I'm not sure how much worse he would have gotten beat. So, anyway, what the hell?
What are you
All
gonna
right.
do?
I'm just gonna hang in there and see what it does, and see every once in a while. Now I had a guy I tweeted out a couple weeks ago. A Happy New Year to all the non-Nazis out there. To all non-Nazis out there, I'm a positive Pat. And some guy said, I was calling the Trump supporter. Trump wasn't mentioned. It wasn't mentioned.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just very generic.
Yeah. And the guy said, yeah, you called. No, I didn't. I wasn't. No.
But
it
you
wasn't.
were hoping for that reaction.
Well, not necessarily.
Maybe.
But I mean, there's a whole lot of Trump supporters that I wouldn't describe as Nazis.
I didn't say you are one.
No chance for weather tonight for the college game because it's at that damn Mercedes Dome.
We Atlanta?
Atlanta.
Atlanta,
Oh, no. Or Dallas?
Atlanta.
Atlanta. Okay. All right. Well, go Irish.
Go Irish.
You got Cecil, Jane Cecil McDonough Ricey, Peggy O'Malley McDonough, and Helen McDonough O'Rourke.
You got Jimmy.
Rooting like hell for you
You
tonight.
got Jimmy McHale, Paul McHale, Bob McHale, Uncle Boyd. Who else you got? You got a bunch of Alice's.
And you got Mary Helen.
You got Mary Helen McHale. There's a contingent here.
Yes, there is.
Yeah.
Now, my one Notre Dame, the last time they won it, I was there with Lou, beat West Virginia.
88?
88 or 9.
Is my aunt's daughter my niece?
Your aunt's daughter is your niece.
Yeah.
She went to Notre Dame.
No, your
No,
aunt's
she's
daughter is your
just a
cousin.
cousin of some kind.
Well, anyway, she went to
She
Notre
went
Dame.
to Notre Dame. Yeah.
Unlike Shane Gillis.
Judy went to Notre Dame. He had to lie, and he told God he lied.
Sorry, I lied.
I'm sorry, I
I
lied
didn't go
about
there.
Not going to bet ever again. Maybe in a month.
Maybe tonight.
Who is he? I don't even
Shane
know.
Gillis, he's the guy that does Trump on SNL.
Oh.
He's a
No,
comedian.
no, he isn't.
Isn't that him? Or no, you're right. He doesn't do the Trump
There's a guy on SNL who does
That's
Trump,
right. That's
but
right.
I
got
don't
that
think it's
mixed up.
Shane Gillis.
No, it's not. You're right.
But Shane Gillis happens to do a Trump that is very good.
yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
think I've watched the SNL in 2
I
3
watch it
years.
Saturday night specifically hoping that
Chappelle.
Dave Chappelle monologue would be gangbusters, and I didn't think it was. Reavers liked it.
I thought
didn't-
it was pretty
I didn't
good.
think it was funny.
But I love Dave Chappelle, so maybe I'm not the right
He's
person
a
to
little
ask.
too serious right now, though. You got.
He's cerebral.
Yeah. We want you to just. I tell you, he was funny in the day, man.
Oh my God.
He was funny. Anywho.
Anywho's.
By the way, I tried to watch your girl that you were told, Nancy Glazer or whatever it
You
is.
didn't let Nikki Glazer.
Nikki Glazer. She's more obscene than
Yeah.
Than the
She's
five
filthy.
of us combined
She
when we're
is.
not
Unbelievable.
recording.
She is, yeah.
We were heavy into oral gratification
Well,
8 seconds into her bit.
one of the
That
things I was gonna
you gotta-
suggest-
You gotta slide into that, I think.
Pat, one of the things I was going to suggest was she was doing a roast. I don't remember who for, but Blake Griffin was part of it. You remember Blake, the
Wasn't she
basketball?
doing the Brady roast?
Yes, but she's done several.
Oh.
But Blake Griffin was one of the other roasters, and she was suggesting things that she'd like to do to young Mr. Griffin. And everyone said, wow, is this inappropriate?
Yeah, she goes over the top.
Oh, yeah. Immediately.
Yeah.
Immediately. There's none of that.
She doesn't meander.
It's none of that. It's,
Gets to the point.
She does, yes.
Get to the point.
I'm out of here.
See ya.
She's not like me writing a column. She gets to the point.
I got to look for you when I read Pat. I'll go, let's see how far down that lead is. Oh, today it's not bad. 6 paragraph down. That's not bad.
My uke, I almost got right into it. No, my Viking column, I almost got right into it. I did have to have 3 or 4 graphs on the fever pitch
Yes.
before I got into that. So
All right. See
that's
ya.
the way it works. I don't know. See you later. Goodbye. Happy Inauguration Day and MLK Day
And Blue Monday.
and Blue Monday, which I didn't
I've
even
never
know
written a
existed.
complicated lead